parking. I didn't want to leave my car home. So they have a shop at 7:45. Stop. They have to, I'm just leaving a meeting, rushing to a meeting to get back home to a meeting. So, how was everyone's summer?
Good.
So
Too short.
Every summer? Well, everybody always says it's too short. It's never enough time. So I want to take this time to welcome our first timers as well as the regulars. It's been a while since we met. I trust that we've had a wonderful summer. And doesn't matter if you face some things that was not so great, but at the end of the time, at the end of the day, God give you the perseverance to go through it. To live through it. That's in we are here. So we thank God. My name is Francisco Leopold. I'm the chair for the Health and Social Services. As we were introducing ourselves.
Hello, everybody again. My name is Karima Griffin. I am a community resident member of CB9. I've been with the committee since 2019. I currently work for New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene as a public health advisor in one of the STI clinics in Manhattan.
I'm Brian Kaiser. I'm also a community member. I've been in the community about 8 years for my first year on the committee itself. I'm actually a psychologist and a lawyer by training. I do a lot of community-based work, largely with UN, which I left about 8 months ago when I got doged with USAID. And now I do a lot of consulting on youth mental health. I'm a pediatric psychologist by training. So I do like AI interface, mental health, guardrails, escalations, etc.
My name is Lisa Etienne. I am a community board member. I've been on the board for about a little over 2 years. And I've been a CB9 resident for over 50 plus some years. And my background is in technology and project management. And I do project management for a hospital now. So.
My name is Bakri Tamja. I joined the board last year. This is my second year. I am involved in international human rights by training with criminology, human rights, and international relations. And beside my activities here, I co-founded also an organization in Chicago called the Abolition Institute.
So I gave my name, so everyone give the background. I guess I have to
Sorry.
Yeah, so as I said, my name is Francisco Leopold. Everybody calls me Fran, so feel free to call me Fran. I'm the chair for the committee. I used to be one of the second vice chairs, but I've been there years, and I decided to step aside and let other persons take a chance, Outside of the board, I'm an associate human rights specialist. I work with the New York City Commission on Human Rights. We're one of the administrative offices for the mayor's office. And I'm also on the review board at Kings County, so I will sit with the executive staff to go over implementations for the hospital, persons who have, and also on PFAC, looking at patient care, so anyone who have any complaints or anything we address complaints. And then we sit on the executive for H&H, and every month we have meetings. I've been the chair for Health and Social Services since 2015. It was not my first choice. I really wanted to do public safety, and then they threw me on the committee, and then I was very angry. And then when I started working in the company, I got to love it. So I'm not leaving it, to
It's a blessing in disguise.
So I'm happy that, so I welcome the new faces. I'm really looking for us to, but from that said, the group that started last year, we've had some very tonight's conversation as to things that we would like to see happening in our community, especially when it comes to seniors. You know, so whatever ideas that you have, you know, we'll discuss it and we'll just take it one day at a time before we move into the body of the meeting. My question to you as our icebreaker: what was the highlight of your summer? Go for anybody.
Alcohol, I guess. Taking a nice, relaxing vacation that actually was planned to be relaxing, and it ended up being that way, coming back refreshed.
What did you do?
I went to St. Martin. It was beautiful.
I'm going there next month.
Where?
Beautiful. St. Martin.
I go there for work twice a year.
Really?
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Wonderful.
The summer ending. It's been a hard few months, and I'm glad that we're now in the fall, if I'm honest. So my highlight is looking forward rather than backwards.
My highlight of this summer was getting to go to Philly for the first time.
Okay. So that it. Tanya?
Yes, I went to visit my aunt in Ivory Coast.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was very nice and also connected with friends. And what was interesting when I got back, I wrote a report on my Facebook page, and then it was published in a newspaper in Ivory Coast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're famous.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? So I have two highlights. Do you want to hear?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think maybe the two of you were the first one. But it's I'm just coming back from Jamaica. I didn't want to
This
come
is
back.
actually my aunt.
I didn't want to come back. I really, the persons that were with me, I tell them to go back home, pack my bags and just send the rest of my clothes and they can be with the other things. I just wanted to see. I've never been to Jamaica. And the hotel, it was just like, you are just in a different world. It was awesome. And I'm heading to Africa,
Where?
in Nigeria, next month. So I'm getting married over there.
Oh.
In November?
Congratulations.
In December?
Mm.
I think in December I will be around in Niger. I will be attending a human rights conference.
In Nigeria?
No, most likely in Niger, December 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And December 10th, that's the date I'm getting married.
Hmm?
Wow.
That's the date I'm getting married.
Everything's
December
happening.
10th?
Congrats.
And
December what?
December 10th, I'm getting married.
And maybe December 10 is the International Day of Human Rights.
Right.
Yeah, so that is where we are. I guess everyone had a wonderful summer, so I'm happy that we are there. So we're going to into
Yeah, this is.
Oh, you forward it to me so I can read it.
Yes.
Please.
It's in French.
Oh, it's in
I saw it.
Well,
Nice picture.
So the names that we have before we leave, I would like your names and your telephone numbers. We do have a WhatsApp group,
Okay.
so that we communicate back and forth in the WhatsApp group. So whatever that something's happening, I had to send a reminder for the meeting today. So as you look at the agenda, so you see we have Women's Month celebration. Kings County, as part of the executive, I am the chair for the outreach committee at Kings County. And then we are looking to celebrate Women's Month. So we're still working on that. So I'll keep you guys, abreast as to what's happening, to join in with them because we're partnering with Kings County. Because I'm representing the board at Kings County. So if any one of you wishes to join the review board at Kings County, please let me know. I'll get you an application you could fill it out, and you have to go through the committee. So we do the interview, and based on what's come out of the interview, then we'll forward it to the CEO and let him know that this person is acceptable. And then he himself then will send the report to head office, and head office will send you a letter to because you have to do a background check and everything. So as anything, when you become a member of the review board, they see you as H&H employee. Right, so you get an ID, they give you an ID to go to the hospital. So there are different committees that you could join, which they meet once a month. You become part of the executive committee and the board member. So there's a meeting once a month.
Is there any links or documentation that you could send to us on, like what exactly the
So
report does?
it's on the county tabs. So if you go back for the tabs, I can have them to send you a link. So you could do it.
Yeah, thank you. My old brain and,
Yeah, so we're looking
I know. Note to follow up later.
yeah, so we really look into really bringing persons, because what I'm looking to do is bringing the community to the hospital and bringing the hospital to the community. Just bridging that gap between the hospital, because many times you hear a lot of persons in Kings County, they might have an experience which is one person, but they don't say it's that one person. They say Kings County. So I want the outside the community to come in to see and to walk through and could go to different areas and attend the meetings, persons who have questions, because sometimes there are some stupidity that do happen at the hospital because that take that one person, Yeah, so we want really one person to really work with the hospitals and just come to the table, bring something, to the table, make a difference in the community. So we will be meeting the new chair. I used to be the chair, my term was up. We're working together now for Women's Month, so we're looking to do something in the lobby and the B building. So when you go to the hospital, there's the S building, the B building, there's the T building. So we're looking to do a spa day, something for women. So that we have discussion on menopause and different stuff that affecting women in the community. So we will have different sections. We're looking to have a DJ and have games and different pampering women with facials and we just do stuff for Women's Day. So we have
like a self-care.
Self-care, so we have a spa, somebody do massaging and stuff like that on the inside. So 2 years ago, I did it for the seniors. I had a wellness spa day for the seniors. And then they were like, are you going to do it next month? So I had everything. They did nails and they had bingo, they had everything. So we look into this so I'll keep you abreast as to what's happening. So whatever communication that I get, I'll put it in the chat so you could see it, right? Okay, so if you have any comments, any add-ons as to what we're looking to do, what we're looking to do, so you can add it, just send it to me and then I'll pass it on to them. Okay, so as I said, I have an 8 o'clock meeting, so at 7:45 we will end because we don't have a very long agenda. And I'm just asking that we do have a short agenda, but they may have things that, because you've been on the board for 2 years now, and then as you sit and you're just a community member, what's your name again?
Brianne.
Brianne?
Correct.
Okay. Brianne,
Yes,
okay, guys. There are different things that you sit, in the community, you may see in the community, something that you want done in the community, bring it to the table. Let us discuss it, and take it from here. There's so many different things that happen, and remember, it is health and social services. So anything happening that socially, coming up, whatever that you need to bring, or each one of you bring something, that we can work on. We also have to do a budget. All right, I haven't just like a mosquito.
Looks like it.
So we have to do a budget because which I haven't done as yet. So whatever program that we want to put together, so we could, it's okay. We could roughly ask for $2,000, something that we want to do. I'm looking for us to also do a giveaway, you know, outside the door. So just think of, you know, something just to give to the community.
A giveaway, as in like a turkey giveaway of fruits and
It
produce?
could be produce, it could be health, toiletries, and you know. So I'm looking how best do we want to do it outside? When there are shelters in our community, do we want to target a shelter? You know, go to a shelter. There are children, there are families. We have a family shelter already on Rogers, and there are quite a few more shelters in our community that we can, you know, we can go to them and then, you know, do something with them. We could do a program, maybe bring somebody, have work with the director. Is there a shelter at Evansville? It's just regular people at Evansville, right? It's a regular building.
Yeah, it's regular.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So I would like us to target the shelters in our area. We haven't much of the shelters. We started when I first started. We really worked with the senior centers, which is the older adult centers right now, as they call them. So we worked with Christopher Bedman, Shalom. We worked with St. Gabriel's, Fenimore. We didn't get to do much with Evansville because the person at Evansville, she was sick, and then many times she said, well, I'll send somebody, so we'll never, so since you're all by Evansville, maybe you can liaison with the person over there, who is the, who's in charge of the senior center over there. Because there is a senior center at Evansville.
So we'll discuss it.
Yeah, so if you could speak to them, because we really want them on board and see what their needs are. Because based on what they're bringing to the table, what their needs are, when we're doing the budget, we have to put them, what they're asking in the budget.
Is there a ceiling for the committee itself?
I'm sorry?
Is there a ceiling financially for the committee? Like, what are we working under?
Like a maximum?
Yeah.
For the budget, to the board, you know,
To this board, or generally writ large?
just the board,
Uh-huh.
just the board, because we're looking at the budget for the
Yeah,
board.
okay.
And then also, if we can also, there is the Friends of Chrome Heights.
That's the school.
Hmm?
Isn't that the after school,
No, we had
school building?
You mean the like the non-profit arm
Yeah.
of this, oh, what is it called?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we haven't used it in such a long time that I don't remember.
Correct.
That's Mia. Where's Mia? Mia, can you come a minute, please?
It might be Friends of CB9.
Friends of CB9, I think.
It might be Friends
I
of
don't know if it's still in operation.
Yes,
Is Friends of CB9, is it still in operation?
I would have to check with Dante and Fred. It's been a while since they've done anything.
Yeah, it's been,
I'm not
yeah.
sure.
So the budget, so each committee will just ask for what they want.
Yeah, basically just lay out your vision for the event or the project and projected expenses for each.
Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. So that's just how it is, yeah.
So, I think we should probably decide what exactly we want to do.
So I'm looking for the seniors. So I'm looking for us to do something for the seniors and then to target the shelters. So that is two areas that I'm looking. So if you have any other ideas, so then let's talk about it. That would happen.
When is the deadline for the budget to know what we will submit?
I'm going to look at the thing that Dante sent.
So it's gonna be a senior, I'm just thinking of senior event and a event at a shelter.
Yeah.
Shelter.
Shelters, yeah. So for the shelters, more or less, if we get donations, but we can also look to get a grant or just a small something from the elected officials. So whatever that they give us. Yeah, so if we get donations from persons, toiletries, donations of toiletries and stuff like that from members when they come to the meetings, we can ask for donations, and then we can also put an ask in with the assembly member and council member. so that
Okay.
it can help in those areas.
I have a question. So say like if someone were to like order stuff, toiletries, whatever, online, whatever, can they like mail it or ship it to like the
They could ship
the
it here.
CB
They can
community
ship it
office here
Yeah,
or?
they can ship it right
Okay.
there. Yeah. So when I think you remember Tessa. Remember Tessa? She used to do a lot of talking when we used to
Yes.
you know, we had one with this lady, she used to do a lot of talking,
Mhm.
but you know people who do a lot of talking but they bring nothing else, they just talk. And then so we were looking to do a toy drive for the children at the shelters. You know, then she was saying that she knew of this organization where she could reach out to them. And then, you know, to get toys and stuff, you know, for the holidays. You know, but they never happened. So I didn't have a contact because she was the one who had that contact. And then she said she would really get toys and stuff. So since the holidays are coming, so more or less for the shelter, that's what I was thinking of, you know, like whatever that we can get. Even though, well, based on the quantity that we get, if it's just like two shelters that we can, you know, take stuff to, that would be.
And how are those previously selected?
Hmm?
How are they generally selected?
The
Like you have 10
the
shelters, yeah, just as an example.
Well, we just look. We never did it before,
Mm.
right? When we did distributions, we did them right here. So they did books. We didn't have like school supplies because school is all year round.
Mhm.
So we still give out school supplies. So whatever that we did, we had a tent out there, and then we had food stuff, and then we did it for 2 days, and then we gave it out. And then sometimes what I realized is that so during that time. Diana Richardson, she was still the assembly member, so she used to do the food distribution across the street, and then we did
remember that.
you remember, right? And then we did the other stuff, food
Right across
supplies.
that street there,
Yeah.
but I think we're not allowed on
We
that
don't use it
property anymore.
Yeah, it's new management. And then what I realized that the persons who really need those items, they're not the ones who get them, you know? And then there were persons who will come in and they will go change their clothes, or they come with a hat, and they will get stuff and then they will leave and they come back without their hat, without clothing. You know, so I just want to target, you know, those areas, those locations that we can reach out to the directors and just let them know, hey, you know, we're looking to come this day. You know, what's the best time? Because some of those shelters, some of the residents, they do work. You know, so there is a shelter that you just opened right there on Empire and Rogers. You see that new building right in the corner? Where Downstate has a clinic. So right on top, so that's a shelter.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
So we're looking to have donations for Christmas and Hanukkah time, I
Yeah.
think.
Or the holiday.
So that gives us maybe 8 weeks or so,
How about that?
Yeah, maybe less.
maybe less.
Yeah, because we're already at the tail end of
Yeah.
October.
Yeah. I'm thinking we have to figure out what shelters are here.
So the
Which
two-
ones have,
For now, the two shelters that we can target, there is one on the road, two of them on Rogers, one more to this side, I think it's 741 or 2211 or something Rogers, and there is one at the end, Rogers. So we can figure out it's not me, it's us. So if you think, okay, if we were doing one on Rogers, we could look at it for a different location, not doing both on Rogers. So if you know, and then also I can also have them to run a list from the computer, you know, and give us, because we know that there are other senior centers that I don't know of, so we can always ask the office to run a list of the senior centers in the location and list of shelters in the location, so we can see the ones that we're okay with.
yeah, I don't know all of the shelters at all.
No, but it would also be good to know like which organizations are already helping,
Yeah.
where are the gaps, like
Yeah,
I think more of kind of like where are the gaps strategically that could, because I know personally I work, I volunteer, I'm on board of a nonprofit. We did a community gap analysis and we look at the various resources and where there's a huge deficit, like that's our entry point. Not saying that has to be, but
But that's a good idea, I think, because then we're actually going to fill that gap, right? We'll know what they need and then we maybe can.
Community gaps, so it's like a community assessment needs.
I'm sure that was already done, but I think, understanding maybe who needs it the most.
Yeah, like there
Like,
are,
cause some shelters might be getting more than other
Right.
shelters.
Right.
Right, and see if we could target
right,
shelters
or
that,
do some already have existing partnerships and some don't? I'm not saying if you have a partnership, you have your needs met by any means, but, yeah.
Yeah, so what I find that also with some of the shelters in our neighborhood, especially the one on Rogers, I think it's 211 Rogers, they don't just allow any person to come there because it's a family shelter.
Yeah.
And then some of them may have domestic, people with domestic violence residents, you know, so they're very particular as to the person. So when it comes to organization, we don't have that many organizations coming in. When they first open, they allow us to go in, but not because we are the community board. And they won't allow other persons to come
Oh,
in.
yeah, that too makes, I don't expect any shelter to let anyone in, to be honest.
So, yeah, so that's the reason why I said that I'll have to reach out to the directors.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and as you see, which is a good point, we can, okay, what are the needs, what, you know, what can we do,
Yeah.
what can, you know, especially for the kids, because basically, the parents now, they're out there and they're working, they're bringing food, but the little ones, you know, what do they need, you know, to make the holidays a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
brighter.
for sure.
For them, because I am also working with MS61, because MS61, there are a lot of kids who goes to MS61 in Empire and New York, and some of them they live in shelters, you know, and some of them they're really, I'm happy that your profession, what you bring to the table, and that is very helpful as well, because she does the same. Because a lot of them, they have been discriminated against in school because they are at the shelter.
Yeah.
Other kids are, you know, making fun of them, you know, you don't have a place to stay, and, you know, and some of them, they would tell them they stink, and, you know, so we're trying to, working with the Kings County to go in and bring persons from behavioral health, you know, to really to work with them and talk to them, and you know, so it is something that the parents coordinator that we're working with, and then the guidance counselor to have a session with the children. So it's
Sorry,
much
which children now? Like all children?
the children at the school. So they
So,
have to
like
pick
all
one.
of the kids at the school?
They would let us know the group
Okay.
that we'll have to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. So they called me in.
Oh, got you, okay,
They
yeah,
called
yeah,
me, yeah. So other areas that we're looking at, mental health and health eating.
So are we allowed to make request donations from businesses like
Yeah.
Target and others?
Yeah, because when we do it, like when we get donations, because since the board is a city agency, we cannot take donations or monetary donations straight from people. We have to go through Friends of CB9. And then the money is given to us.
so we have to figure out what's going on with that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the treasurer, because sometimes the treasurer, they are the ones who really need to, you know, be part
They
of
raise
that
that.
process.
Can you do in kind or does it have to be monetary?
It could be in kind.
Okay,
It's not necessary. Because
okay.
based on what we want, just a reminder of the meeting.
Okay. I don't know if you know of, there's this this community-based organization or nonprofit, it's called IDCC or something like that
I work very
on
close with
East,
them.
on East
East
New
New
York.
York,
And yeah, they always do like a lot of like
I'm part of the committee.
Oh, okay, I didn't even know that. I see they always doing like fruit, produce, like
So
seasonal.
every Thursday,
Mhm.
they do a food drive.
And they also do clothes drive that they give away like
Yeah.
socks, bra. I tried, they ran out of before I could get it.
I also remember there's one of the girls who already here that she just sent me an email to. We have a meeting, so I'm glad that you brought that up. I didn't think of them doing that. I just saw them doing that.
I'm on their email blast, so
But
every
you don't
time,
know.
I
Those are
tried,
meetings.
the problem is I tried to, but the thing is their meetings fall in the same time I'm at work.
Yeah, because
So-
it's daytime, it's usually
Yeah, so
daytime,
unless
in the morning.
unless my supervisor's willing to allow me to take out so much time to go,
Mhm.
which he's not, it's a little bit tricky because it falls in the same time I'm working, so. What about also, City Harvest? Can they assist with like the healthy eating portion, like giving, like donating like fruits, veggies, kind of
So
stuff?
for the,
I mean,
when
they
you mean for
did,
the school?
yeah, I mean,
No,
they
you see
did.
for the school, more or less they get stuff.
Okay,
The hospital is more or less, they have that nice kitchen that they, and then they teach the children how to cook healthy.
like
you
a
know, so-
like a nutrition cooking class.
Yes, yeah.
I
so-
did one of those with my previous job place. I assisted in doing a kids nutrition cooking class with one of the federal qualified health centers I worked at that time. There, they had like a multiple networks in Manhattan. I also did one for one of the transitional living, I guess if you could call it a shelter too.
But you can also do a presentation on diabetes.
That is
because
true.
You did the training.
Yeah, I did. I was previously a peer diabetes educator with this nonprofit, Healthy People in the Bronx. There, I did do the training and everything.
Yeah, and then she did it with One Broken Help as well.
Yes.
So let's look at so these are things that we're looking for that we could target. If we can pull it off for the givers, for the children for December, we can do it, but everything else that we discussed and the year is almost done, so we're looking to target those January.
As in January of next year, we
Yeah,
want to
next year.
start. We want to start.
No,
or
but
we wanna-
for the giveaway
Mhm.
for the children, if we can, do something for the holidays, that would be great.
But what? But what exactly?
They did toy drive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
What kind of toys?
toy, everybody, any person, company that you ask for.
I'm asking. Reason why I'm sorry. Reason why I asked what kind of toys, not to want to be like particular
Mhm.
and stuff, but kids nowadays, what they consider toys they play with is very different than toys I played with as a kid.
But the toy you played with as a kid, they don't have those right now.
Well, they don't make them no
They
more
don't make them,
either.
exactly, so they don't make them no more. So when we look at the senior programs for
Mhm.
next year, so the senior wellness day. So
Mhm.
senior wellness day, we had one in June,
Mhm.
and then it was on East New York between Albany and Troy, but it was on the outside. So we had the seniors from all the shelters coming, and then we had all the different programs came in and they gave them stuff into the pressure, to the
In that
massaging.
big building that's
It,
there?
it was right
In
on the
the
street.
courtyard,
No, it was on the street.
on the street?
Right there by the park.
Oh, was it at Broward Park or a different one?
No, the park right there, met something park. Right there on the.
Oh, yes, Ronald Mental.
Yes, something so.
Ronald McNair
So
Park?
right there. No, Ronald McNair Park is on,
It's that.
is that way.
Oh, okay, I'm not
But
familiar
it's
with
It's
right
that one.
on, it's on Albany.
If,
like Albany and this
Albany goes this way.
Yeah.
The
It's
one
like
with
on
the
corner.
track, are you thinking about?
So you know where they have the park right over
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
And then there is a school.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Open, right there.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
like just here.
On East New York, yeah. So
Okay.
so we had they were over, so they did yoga, they did exercising, they did the massaging, and then they had organizations, they did them stuff. So we had a lot of the persons from the hospitals and different organizations that did them. So that's what we did this year, and then we did it in collaboration with IDCC. So just going to Road 9, Prince County and IDCC did it together, and Assembly Member Cunningham's office, right? So I'm looking for us to do the wellness pad day, which would be on the inside, right? So the biggest place that we have that we could do it is the T building at Kings County Hospital.
Mhm.
So the T building is huge. So when we did it, so we had laughing yoga, you had the massaging, they did the pedicure, the facial, the men, they had hair cutting for the men, the bingo, then they had, they'll talk on diet, the diet, diabetes, and, you know, so we had different sessions, then they had the lunch, and so they didn't want to leave, you know.
So it was
And
a
then-
success.
They, and even the hospital staff, they will come, they'll be like, this for the seniors, not for you guys. You know, so
Do we have a date for that, or we're
we
in the
don't have,
planning
this is
stages?
just planning for this
Okay,
next
we're in
year.
the planning stages, got it.
With this, like, can we add like transportation costs? Cause I
So
imagine.
there's no transportation costs.
Okay.
So what we do, Dr. Love, Jackie Love, so Jackie Love, she donated 150 food boxes
Oh.
per person. The hospital, they donated the gifts. It's like a bingo, whoever win the bingo, and they went to do, so they had a whole lot of gift that the hospital donated. So everything was donated. Anyone that will want to transport from certain, so some of the senior centers, they do have transportation, and some of those who don't have transportation, then we liaison with the 71st precinct, and they use the van to go
Okay.
pick up people and then take them back. Yeah. But for us, I was chair of the camps, the review board at the time. So one of the ladies there, whatever side, like plates and different decorations and stuff like that, I bought that from my pocket. So that's why it is important that we put the budget together. Because we look as to what we would like to do for next year, and then give them the budget, you know, for what we want to do. Because we want to buy juice and waters and different things. Like that. So if we think, and then we said, okay, we look at a budget of $3,000, then we ask for $5,000. And then so what I just said, go after. What, anything you want to, you're nodding, so I know you will.
I am listening.
Yeah, but as well. Yeah, okay, so the next thing I want to mention also is the mental health. So the mental, already put it great. So for the mental health, we started mental health, we started meeting, and then I would like you guys to sit on the meetings when it will start again next year. So it was Matt Cunningham, Assembly Member Cunningham's office, Zelda Myers' office, Rita Joseph's office, Community Board 9, my agency, and Kings County and Downstairs Hospital. So these were the three entities who were coming together to put a huge mental health week. So we're gonna have different segments. We're gonna have one in the park where we'll have for the youth. So it will be a general awareness conversation. Then we will have one for the men, and then for the youth. Right? The youth don't do too well on the inside, so we're looking to do it in the park at Wingate Park. So we'll have games, but then we'll have a conversation session at the tent where they come and they sit down and they talk to them, and so we'll have persons who could come and sit down and have a one-on-one, you know, have a conversation with the youth when it comes
What are
to.
we considering youth? What ages? What ages are we considering youth?
I think we're looking from 14 up.
Okay.
Teenagers.
So that's the age group that you're looking at, because having a group of young people in a room and they're just sitting in the fourth, they get jittery, you know. So having them on the outside, they're doing different things. We're gonna have the men on the stilts that are walking up on the stilts, and you have the DJ, and you know, have different activities, so they have something, you know, from this time to this time, this is what's happening, this one to, you know, and then, because if you just leave it on their own and say, oh, well, go over there to this time, you never go, you know, everybody will be sitting down and running around. So they shut down one area and they tell them this is the area, so that's for the youth. And then we have, for the men, we will be bringing in clergy, you know, so the clergy now will be inviting men from the churches, you know, to attend, because men sits, when we were discussing that, we had a long discussion on that earlier in the year, because the men they don't talk.
Mm,
Things happen, things bother them, and they just keep it in. They
It-
don't really discuss it, you know.
that is so true.
And then
Mm.
yes.
Do we invite other religions,
Oh,
Muslim, and all-
anybody.
And my other question is, because I work a lot with religious leaders and I'm always concerned about the information that's being provided that's not proselytized and is actually factually accurate. How do we monitor things like that?
So that's the reason why I go to church, but I'm not clergy.
Yeah.
So I have a pastor
Uh-huh,
who will be leading this out.
but how do we know that they're, I'm just, because
Because he knows that he is the fifth best person for
Uh-huh.
Brooklyn.
I'm trained in mental health
And
as
so
well.
so they have persons from clergy who does mental health,
Mhm.
you know, so then we having persons who are trained in mental health. We can't
Mhm.
have any person just a group like we're sitting and then they just sit and say, well, you're gonna lead that. So
Yeah.
we have to have somebody who's trained in that area,
Yeah.
who work with men,
Yeah.
who are able to relate, to relate. So that's what we are looking at.
I would highly recommend expanding that a little bit. I work a lot with
So that's why we
just,
that's
yeah,
what-
so,
I didn't say- I didn't say-
no, like, I
Yeah.
just like, I mean, in addition to, because I think that's a
Sure.
great idea, but, I mean, I don't believe in God personally, so like, I wouldn't, like, that wouldn't be accessible to me,
So
right?
it's not just clergy only.
Right,
No, because the reason I would say clergy
Yeah.
is just not church people.
sure,
It's for everybody,
Uh-huh.
the community at large. But we are just in because there are a lot of men who go to church.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're looking for the leaders to
Uh-huh.
encourage them
Okay, yeah,
to go
sure,
to
sure,
the
sure.
session. So that's what we're not just saying just church people.
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
together.
okay,
So that's what
Yeah.
we're looking
I'm
at.
with you, okay.
Right. Any questions? I'm sorry.
No, we
Usually
should
just.
Do we have dates roughly for this, like a timeline?
No, so we are doing this now in December. We are not meeting in December.
Okay,
So our next meeting will be this November.
okay,
Right, and then we
Sure.
open until January,
yeah,
December. So when we come back in January, God's willing,
yeah,
then we start putting dates.
got you,
So
okay.
yeah.
So
It's
it's
just a
quite
matter-
flexible,
Yeah.
okay,
And so what now? So what we're looking at.
Mm.
So next month when we come, then we are putting our budget together.
sure,
So we submit, this is what we're looking to. So this is what we think that we're gonna spend in this area, this is what what I would really like us to work on. And even though we're not meeting, but if we can, I'll reach out to the assembly members, the elected officials to see. Because many times they have organizations that they partner with,
Oh,
and
sure.
they get donations,
Okay.
in-kind donations, right? So to see what they can get for us, what they could work with. So if it's just 2 shelters that we can go and just give out something, yeah. Because during the summer, I got a lot of, from the precinct and the precinct as well, the precinct, they got a lot of school supplies from them. And I was able, when we had a block party, I was able to give them, give out stuff, So by then, each one of you, whoever that that you could, just liaison with them, have a conversation with them, say, this is what we're looking to do. If you could make any donations of any, could be school supplies, it could be toys, for the kids, so we can give it to So we could choose up the only thing is that I have to leave somebody in charge in December to do this.
Because you're getting married.
Because-
yeah. Yeah, come on, bigger plans.
And that's easy. 14 days.
Yeah, so I'll be working behind the scene, but I will put everything in the chat. We'll be communicating in the chat. I'll be reaching out to whoever that we have to
Okay.
reach out to.
Do you have our phone numbers, or do you want to email them to you? Or
Um,
what's the best way?
You can
Or I can write it now, however.
write in here for me.
Okay, so I guess I'll.
Your birthday is in February, in December?
January
In January, okay.
What?
6th,
Oh, you're like right by Christmas.
like right after.
Just write it on here.
Okay. No worries.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Huh?
No, I just said cool.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
So I'm looking forward to us. I just get ideas and just do stuff because many times we sit and it's a lot of talking and nothing happens.
Mm.
You know, and I just rather not meet at all than meet and discuss and nothing happens.
Mm.
You know, I don't like to waste people's time. So this is where we are. This is what we're going to do. So whatever we want to execute, I'm looking for us to execute. But this year is just the giveaways
Yeah.
for the holidays. You know, it will be a week of Christmas and just distribute them. That would be great. And if we need transportation to carry any of this stuff, the office do have a zip car. We could just talk to Gante, and he could always organize to
Okay.
go to the place to do it. Alright. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm excited for next year.
Already looking ahead.
Yep, I'm excited.
Okay, good night.
Good
See you
night.
next.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Bring the pens back.
Well, thank you for doing that. I'm always the one who shows up without.